Hi guys, in this video we will speak about the present simple tense. So get ready with your notebooks and pencils in order to write the important information down, and we're starting. So we use the present simple for the things that we do periodically, so we do them every day, weekend, etc. Or we use the present simple for things which are generally true or always happen. So let us consider some examples. Okay, number one, Tanya brushes her teeth twice a day. You see? Or I go to university 5 days a week. So I do it periodically. Some more examples. Holly knows me very well. This is a general truth. Or I usually work at home. Or the earth goes round the sun. This is the general truth. Or I'm a student or she's a teacher. This is something true about somebody's life, or it doesn't often rain here. This action happens periodically, or I wake up every day at 8 o'clock. The same thing. Some more examples. Okay, I get up early every morning. The same thing. This action happens periodically. Or she plays tennis every weekend. Or cats like milk. This is a general truth. But how do we make it? Okay, in order to make the present simple tense sentence, namely the affirmative sentence, we have to locate the verb right after the subject without any endings or to. For example, I live, we live, you live, they live. You see, no to, no endings. But if the subject is the pronoun he or the pronoun she or the pronoun it, then we have to add s or es to a verb that goes after it. Okay, if we're making a negative sentence, we have to use don't or doesn't after the subject but before the verb. We use don't with pronouns I, we, you, they. For example, I don't live, you see. And we use doesn't with he, she, it. For example, he doesn't live, she doesn't live, or it doesn't live. And pay attention that if we're using does or doesn't in a sentence, we never add s in this case to the main verb. Okay, if we're making a question, we have to locate do or does right in the beginning of the sentence. So we use do with pronouns I, we, you, they. For example, do I live or do you live, and so on. And if we have pronouns he, she, it, we have to use does. For example, does he live, or does she live, or does it live? You see? Okay. Right now, let us consider the spelling rules for the third person singular. Okay, you remember, yeah, that if the subject is the pronoun he or the pronoun she or the pronoun it, we should add s in this case to the main verb. But sometimes we add es. Okay, if the verb is standard, then just as. But if it is ending into y, we have to change while adding es, y into I, and then add es, as in the example, study, studies, you see. Or if our verb is ending into endings S, H, C, H, C, E, G, E, or O, then we have to add ES. For example, finish, finishes, or do, does. Or if we have the main verb have, we should change it into has. Okay, we often use the present simple with the adverbs of frequency. They are always, usually, often, sometimes, hardly ever, never, and we locate it before the main verb. For example, I always tidy my room. But if we have the verb be in a sentence, we have to put it after be. For example, she's never ill, not she's ill never. And remember to use a positive verb with never. So, for example, it never rains, not it doesn't never rain. Okay, guys, and now let's practice. So, uh, make a pause in this video and do this task. So here, guys, you have to put the verbs that are in the brackets in the correct form. Do it in a written form, guys. So write down numbers from 1 till 5 and write a verb near each number. Okay, do it. And when you finish doing it, please turn on the video, continue watching it to check were you right or not. Let's start. Okay, I hope that you have finished doing this task, and right now let's check were you correct or not. So number one, I like, yeah, like because I. Number two, the girls always listen, so just listen. Okay, number three, Janet never wears. Wears with S because Janet is she. Okay, number four, Mr. Smith teaches. Teaches, so ES in the end, because Mr. Smith is he. You do. Just the infinitive without ending or particle to. One more task for you guys. Here you have to make negative sentences out of these affirmative sentences. So make a pause in this video, and whenever you finish doing this task, please turn it on, so continue watching it to check were you right or not. Do it, guys. Okay, I hope you took your time and you finished doing this task, and right now it's time to check. So number one, my father doesn't make breakfast. Doesn't because father is he. Number two, they aren't 11. Number three, she doesn't write a letter. Doesn't because she. Number four, I don't speak Italian. Don't because I. Number five, Danny doesn't phone his father on Sundays. Okay, I hope you didn't have any mistakes, but if you had some, that's fine. You're still learning, you're still practicing. Okay, and one more task for you. Here, guys, you have to make questions out of the words that are given. So take your pencils or pens and write down numbers from 1 till 5. Make a pause in this video and do this task. And when you finish, please continue watching it to check were you right or not. Let's start. Okay, here is the answer key. Let's check. Number one, do you speak English? You see, do because you. Number two, when does he go home? Does because he. Number three, do they clean the bathroom? Number four, where does she ride her bike? Number five, does Billy work in the supermarket? I hope you didn't have any mistakes, guys, but if you had some, that's fine. And right now it's time to finish our video. Good job, guys. You listened attentively, you worked hard while watching this video. And right now, let's do some more following tasks that go after the video to make it perfect. Bye bye, guys.